All right, everybody, welcome to NorCal Sports Network. And this is the same hat that Brock Purdy's dad wears. Chat loves it when Marty Lurie comes on.
Anytime you lose a game this time of year, when you can't go backwards, it's a problem.
All right, everybody, welcome on into NorCal Sports Network. And the machine is rolling. Wow. 2 games back of the Mets. Now, we know it's technically 3, but wow. Mets have a tough schedule. They got the Phillies for 2 more. And this Giants team doing what's got to do. Keep winning. So we'll get right to it. But let us first thank our sponsor of this show. That's Chapman Law Group. Chapman Law Group, located in Marin, licensed all of California. Give Chapman Law Group a call for all your legal needs. 415-613-9483. Let them know NorCal Sports Network sent you. Remember, do not settle with an insurance company before calling Chapman Law Group for your personal injury. If you do, you're leaving thousands and thousands of dollars on the table. All right. We're going to bring in Dallas here and stop the band, but the band should just keep on playing. This is getting interesting. This is getting crazy. This might be a 1951 deal almost, the way the Giants were playing in July and August, for the most part, the better part of August, right?
Yeah.
I mean, they weren't 11 back, but I mean, they were playing horrible. And now, despite those 2 games in St. Louis, they're the hottest team in baseball.
I mean, imagine if they had won one of those.
Just
crazy,
one,
but
just even one. You could take losing the Sunday game, but the Saturday game. But hey, you got to move on. They haven't. They picked it back up. They've decided, you know what? We're water under the bridge. Can't go backwards.
right.
All they can do is play
you
the
lose
game.
a game. It just means that's one more you have to win.
Right.
Down the road.
Yeah, Lou was at the ball game tonight, I believe, so he might join us later. I'm not sure. He's not too far from the ballpark, but we'll see. But this is fun. I mean, this is interesting baseball. I may have egg all over my face because I said they were done. I don't know if I'm the only one. I feel like most people kind of wrote them off.
Things were not looking good. I mean, you can't really be
right.
blamed. But if you had said, you know what, they're going to turn it around and start winning every game and scoring 10 runs a night, people would have thought you were crazy.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, everybody pretty much thought they were done, and here they are. They are, like Aaron says, fire Burrell and fire Melvin, and now everything looks pretty good. It seemed to all kind of get going when Rafi Devers got going, but the crazy thing is he's kind of cooled off the last few games, and they're still winning, which is great, and they're still hitting the long ball. 2 more tonight, one by Patrick Bailey, and the other by Adames, of course, the big 3-run homer that was really the pace setter and difference maker of the game, because the Diamondbacks never were able to catch the Giants after that.
Right.
They got a 4th run on a really good tag up by Matt Chapman, which was shallow field.
That was a shallow one. He was really putting the pressure on the defense, and sure enough, and he's pretty fast. He gets up and gets going. He can put the pressure on a defense and force them to make a throw. And
I've always said he's a really good base runner. I've always felt like, and he's deceptively fast. And, it's not going to be easy because you're going to play the Dodgers in some meaningful games here Friday, Saturday, Sunday. You got to win tomorrow. Tomorrow's an early game, a 12:45 day game. Carson Seymour goes tomorrow. And then who's he going against tomorrow? Who are they facing? Let me look here. Seeing who Arizona is going to throw at us tomorrow.
Eduardo Rodriguez.
Oh, the lefty. Okay.
Lefty.
Yeah. Okay. Carson Seymour, Eduardo Rodriguez. So probably a lineup of Ramos in left field. My guess is Lee will be back in center. Matos will be in right field. Devers will probably be back at first. Wilmer will be the DH. And the rest of the infield will be the same. And you may have, I would think you'll have Kinzer going tomorrow behind the plate. So probably the only changes in the lineup tomorrow will be Kinzer behind the plate, Devers back in the field, and Matos in right, and Wilmer Flores will be your DH tomorrow. So my guess the lineup will probably look something like Ramos leading off. Batting second will be Devers. Third will be Adames. Fourth, I don't know if they go Wilmer in the 4 spot. Probably Wilmer in the 4. Chapman 5. Yeah, from there, it's anybody's guess. I get pretty sure Kinzer will be the 9.
Probably Schmidt.
Schmidt probably be in the 6th spot. Yeah, Kinzer probably be the 9th, and then they'll probably put Matos down there at 7 or 8.
Right.
Missing somebody. Chapman.
Schmidt.
Oh, Lee. Yeah, Lee will probably be in the 7 spot, 6 or 7. Yeah, they might sandwich Lee in between Schmidt,
Kinzer, and Matos.
Yeah, I think Kinzer goes 9. Yeah. But Johnny says, Dan, I think 86 games may get it done the way it's shaken out. I think it's going to take a little more than 86. When teams get to that wire, they tend to, those last 10 games or so, they tighten up a little bit. And I would say for the Giants, it's going to take 87. The Mets might get 86, but the Giants are going to need 87. I think the Mets right now.
The more the Mets keep losing, that number potentially gets lower.
Correct. We all thought the Mets would lose at least 10, maybe more. Let's take a look, shall we, at the standings as we come on, pull it up. There we go. Standings. Now we can get this here. Yeah, we'll take a look here at the standings and see what it looks like, and then we'll get into the game itself a little bit more. But, everybody wants to, look at the standings and see Giants right now are 6.5 back of the Dodgers. Dodgers game is still not fully done yet. It's I believe it's, let me get you the score of the Dodgers game right now. That may have gone just final. It did. Okay. It's 7-2 Dodgers. So this hasn't been updated. I will refresh it and see if it changes to 7. Still hasn't done it. Dodgers are 7 up on the Giants. 7 up. Yeah. We used to say, I'll drink to that, right? 7 up. This could be 7 up, but it's just water. Yeah, 7 out with 7 to play with the Dodgers. But more importantly, right now, what is looming is the wild card, and we'll pull that up right here. All right, there's the wild card right there, guys. only 2 back in the loss column. But again, the Mets have to lose 3 more than the Giants. So that's very possible. Giants just win, they'll be in. I really believe that. Because I think the Mets, if the Giants have 17 to go, right? 17 games left. If they get 12 and 5, that is 86 and 76. The Mets would have to go 9 and 8. Right? 9 and 7. Wait a minute. 10 and 7. Sorry. The Mets, if the Mets go 10 and 7, they'll finish 86 and 76. The Giants would have to go 12 and 5 and finish. I'm sorry. I'm getting this wrong again. If the Giants finish at 12 and 5, the Mets, I had it right. They would have to go 9 and 8 and finish 85 and 77. There we go. Finally spit it out. Okay. So it's, I think the Mets going 9 and 8 is Johnny, you might be right. 86 might get it done because the Mets schedule is so brutal and their pitching is not good. Their best pitchers right now are rookies, McLean and Tong. And so your 86 might get it done. Right now, Senior, if they got the 3rd wild card spot, they would play the Dodgers. Because I will show you the league standings. Let's go standings. Let's go league. Come on. League. And then we go to the National League, and you see the Dodgers have the 3rd best record. They are 4 back of the Phillies and 7.5 of the Brewers. It doesn't look like the Dodgers will catch either one of those. So right now it would be Milwaukee 1 seed, Phillies 2, Dodgers 3. Cubs would be the 1st wild card, the 4 seed. Padres would be the 5, and the Mets would be the 6 right now. So, I mean, Giants realistically, they lose 2 to the Dodgers, they're not going to catch them because that's only a gain of 3, and they're 7 back with 17 to play. They need to win 6 of 7 for any kind of chance to catch the Dodgers. But
unless they go on a losing streak.
Right.
If they lose this, if they get
I think the
swept by another
Dodgers
series.
losing streaks are kind of over. All of a sudden they're pitching. Everybody on their team is pitching a no-hitter. It was Yamamoto with 1 out. Last night, Glasnow goes 7 no-hit.
Let's
Tonight,
get that out of the system right now.
Sheehan gets into the 6th inning with a no-hitter tonight. But, Padres and Mets play each other. What you want there is, I think you want the Padres to sweep the Mets. Right? Are we in agreement there?
Yeah. I think so. Sure.
We don't want the Mets to sweep the Padres and then the Mets pull a little further away, less games on the schedule, and you're still behind San Diego.
At this point, any Mets loss is a good thing.
Yeah, I think you got to. You know what? I think that would be really, really fun to have a first-round matchup of the Giants and Dodgers all in L.A. Hey, in 62, we beat the Dodgers in Dodger Stadium to go to the World Series when Willie Mays came up with a big hit in the 9th inning to get the go-ahead runs across the plate, and the Dodgers went down to the Giants. I think that was I'm trying to remember. I think, didn't they tie for the the division or something, and they had a playoff, and it was like a 3-game playoff back then or something.
In what year?
62. You probably weren't thinking about that, but I think that's what happened. I think they played 3 games to determine who won the league.
Well, they didn't have all the divisions and everything back then. It was
no division. It was just I think they tied for the National League, and I can't remember, to be honest. But I'm pretty sure it was 3 games. And they just look, if you
look at the Dodgers schedule, they played the Pirates, then the Orioles, and now they're playing the Rockies. So they have a cupcake schedule right now. No wonder why they're throwing all these no-hitters. And they're pitching so good. But then they go play the Giants, Phillies, Giants. So then, and the way the Giants are playing right now, they might have their hands full. And the Phillies are no slouch. So they'll have a little bit tougher schedule for 10 games coming up. 10 games starting Friday.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Okay. Let me just text this one guy. 1 second. Okay. So, no, Matthew, there was no divisions in 1962. Division play East and West did not come about until 1969. Back then, whoever won the National League and the American League just met in the World Series. There was no playoffs. But that was in 1962. What happened was, I believe the Dodgers and Giants tied for the final standings. I'm going to pull that up right now and take a look here. And they had I can't remember. I thought it was a 1-game playoff.
Best of 3.
It was a best of 3, right? Yeah, they tied with 102 and 62 records.
101 and 61.
101 and 61?
Yeah.
Right. Okay. And then, if you look here at they had this 3-game playoff, and they just counted it as the extended regular season, and you see the Giants met with the Yankees in the playoffs there, but look at the Dodgers, 102 and 62. It was a 3-game set, 101 and 61 they were both at. So they added their wins and losses to the regular season. So the Giants finished 103 and 62. The Dodgers
and the extra home runs and stuff count too?
I believe so. I think that they did. It wasn't a playoff. Yeah, it was just back then baseball rules were different. They counted all 165 games for those 2 teams. So maybe someone else will know if those extra stats counted, but that was a wild year. So I kind of see I'm seeing a collision course possibly coming here. At Dallas, what do we get? Yeah, caught them on the last day. Ernest Sire says, "Yeah, I think they were, and then they went to the playoff." I'm seeing a collision course. This feels like maybe this is set to happen. It's just, I don't know, man. Could you imagine the Giants knocking off the Dodgers in a 3-game series, all in LA? I think that would be maybe the most poetic justice served in this rivalry because the Dodgers spending over $300 million and what the offseason that they did, that would be something else.
It's the 4-game series in LA.
No. Oh, yeah. Oh, for the regular season. Yes.
Coming
3 at home,
here,
3 at home this weekend, and then 4 down in LA next week, Thursday through Sunday. So, the toughest part is this is going to be playoff baseball, and really it's playoff baseball for both teams. Padres did lose tonight to Cincinnati, so they fall a game behind. They're technically 3 behind. They're 2 behind in the standings, but 3 back of the Dodgers. So yeah, I'm talking about the Giants. Exactly, Senior. I'm talking about the Giants knocking off the Dodgers in the playoffs. Everybody, that
wouldn't be a 3-game series.
Yeah, it would. It's a 3-game series. The playoffs.
In 1962?
No, 2025. If they meet in the playoffs,
the wild card. The play-in. Gotcha.
Yeah,
okay.
Whatever you want to call it. Yeah, the first round.
I gotcha. Mm-hmm.
Best of 3, but all 3 games would be at LA. And that would be something else. It would be something else for the Giants to beat out the Mets. Aren't they the highest spending team? Or is it the Dodgers? I'm not sure which one.
I think the Dodgers.
Okay, the Mets are second then. Mm-hmm. And then it would be great to beat the Mets for the 3rd wild card spot and then turn around and play the Dodgers and knock them off. That would just be so fun. So fun. So we'll see where this thing goes. But it's exciting baseball right now. It's September baseball. They're playing meaningful games. They're playing pretty well, fundamentally. Not really any glaring mistakes tonight. It's not really a mistake, but you could look at the Gilbert throw and say that was not a good throw on the tag when Lawler scored. Gilbert shallow right. He's coming in and he squidded it. He 3-hopped it into the plate. That should have been on a line with either a 1-hopper or a strike to the plate. He's got a good arm, and he just kind of sailed it right into the grass. I think if he throws it on a line, Lawler's out easily. He was almost out. I'm surprised the Giants. Were you surprised they didn't review it? If he touched the plate, it was the black part of the plate. I did not see him touch the white part of the plate. He would have.
Yeah, I couldn't tell. I thought maybe it was too close to call, but then they saved their challenge for later, and then
got it. That was good.
Yeah.
Great play, by the way, by Dom Smith at first base. That guy's their best first baseman by far.
Oh, without a doubt, yes.
Yeah. So, just kind of recapping tonight's game. It started off early for the Giants. They were able to put up 3 runs in the bottom half of the first inning. Let me just pull up here so I don't miss anything. But
and Alex makes a good point. The ball was wet tonight. The conditions were
on Gilbert.
damp.
Yeah, at that time that was the time it was raining. Yeah. So the ball game started off pretty ominously for Zac Gallen and the Diamondbacks. He walks the first 2 guys, Ramos and Devers, and then Adames homers. It's 3-0 before he's even got an out, and it remained 3-0 until the bottom of the 4th inning when Chapman doubled to left, and then Lee reached on an infield single to shortstop. Chapman moved over to third, then Schmidt hit the sac fly to right field, and then inning double play by Gilbert. Remains 4-0. In the top of the 5th, the Diamondbacks put up 2. Tim Tawa doubled after taking 2 called strikes that were not called by Doug Eddings. It was called strike 3, and clearly it was a strike. How about the one? Who was the one that threw? I can't remember. Was it a Diamondback or a Giant that threw Maybe it was Zac Gallen. Did he throw one that was like right in the whole zone, not even at the
last pitch of the game that he threw before he got thrown out?
I'm talking about early on in the game. There was a called strike 3 that they called a walk. I can't remember. Maybe it was the first inning. Maybe it was the first inning. I think it was. Was it Ramos? First at bat? Let me pull it up. Yeah. Okay. It was Ramos first at bat, and the count was 3-2. Look at the that box right there is right right there. That was the pitch 7 that he called ball 4. That it would have been 1 out. Look at that. Look at the green right there. He called it a ball.
Yeah.
That is a ball.
It was crazy. I mean, Gallen was pissed by the end of the night. And so
that was, and on TV, the ball didn't even hit the line, the bottom half. I mean, that's not even on the corner, man. That's almost dead center. And that call is made probably 99 out of 100 as a strike. And Doug Eddings, one of the worst umpires in the game. He's the guy that called the Giants-Dodgers 2021 Game 5 behind the plate. He's horrible. He's horrible. Giants got very lucky that ball was called a ball. I mean, remember, Ramos flips the bat and starts taking off his shin guards and everything. And I'm just like, dude, how did you not call that a strike? So right there, Giants get a break, and then Devers walks and Adames homers. Giants end up, I said the Diamondbacks made it 4-2 there in the 4th inning. And then the Giants added on in the bottom of the 5th with the Bailey homer. That was the end of the Giants scoring. The Diamondbacks would come back and score in the 6th with the sac fly from where Lawler scored and made it. I think, was that it? Was that the one? I'm trying to remember. Vargas singled to left. Perdomo. Perdomo scored. Vargas to second. Alexander to the third. Then Peguero came in, struck out Tiwa, and then Castillo struck out swinging, and that was the ball game, 5-3. And Giants get it done. Were you a little nervous there in the 9th inning when Walker, first batter, got the blooping hit to left field?
Yeah, I'm always nervous when Walker comes in right now. He's going to have to earn back some trust, I think. And it was shaky there in the 9th. But then he got a couple of ground balls, I think, and got out of it. But it was they had somebody warming up in the bullpen. I don't think Melvin was particularly confident either.
Right. It's too bad the Giants did not try to pick up, anybody on waivers. I don't know if anybody was released on waivers that was a bullpen guy that could have helped in the back end of the bullpen that would make them playoff eligible. Now, they can still pick somebody up if they wouldn't be playoff eligible. But we're down to 17 games, correct? 17?
I think so.
What is I keep forgetting the doggone record because it's 74 and 71. Okay.
Correct.
So 74 and 71, they played 145. So that leaves 17 games. 17 games. And we look at the schedule, the Giants have 4 more on this homestand, 1 tomorrow and then 3 with the Dodgers. Then they play their final 7 games on the road next week. No days off. No days off after this Thursday until 2 weeks from Thursday. They play 13 straight starting Friday. 3 and 7, 10. Yeah. So their final 6 are at home. So they've got 10 games left at home, 7 on the road. It's a confident group. I think if they can win tomorrow and pull off the sweep and somehow pull 2 of 3 off against LA, you go in on that road trip feeling pretty confident. This is a team that seems to really enjoy the camaraderie is good. They enjoy being around each other. Drew Gilbert has put a really spark around this. It's almost like some of these guys have been their baseball careers have been gone back to their youth days or something, because you saw Robbie Ray last night. We showed it on the show about him having Drew Gilbert chew on his sleeve like he was a dog. And this guy's a nut, and they're just, these veterans that have been around, I think it's good for them, because you look at Chapman and he's got the little fun chokehold every time he comes across Gilbert, some kind of celebration. It's the big chokehold. And I've never seen anything like this at the major league level. This reminds me of kind of the stuff that used to go on when I was playing softball and half the guys were drunk.
Yeah. Well, it's good. Every winning team, playoff type of team has some type of quirk. Like when the Giants had the rally thong and they had the, their little weird things that team has, inside jokes and stuff like that. So I think it's a good sign. Right now they're playing loose, and when the pressure gets turned on, it'll be interesting to see if they can step up. And if they can, that bodes well for them getting into the postseason.
Yeah. Kyle McKiernan says, there's got to be technology where some type of projector puts up an invisible strike zone and only the umpire can see it wearing some glasses. I bet that could be done. Sounds crazy, but not really. Well,
yeah, but at that point, why do you even need the umpire? Just have the computer do it.
Really what you can do if you want to have, if baseball were smart, they would have a meeting with the umpire secretly, and nobody would know it. The reporters would not know it, but they would have an automatic system that buzzes the umpire in the ear and just tells them what it is.
Yeah,
and
a pitch comm for umpires.
Yeah, and nobody would have to
strike.
Exactly. Outside, just.
And then the player starts arguing, and the umpire says, "Actually, maybe you should check the tape on that. I think I got it right."
Yeah, and then have the players' union think they have this challenge system in place. You want, go ahead, challenge it. Go ahead. Umpires got a 100% correct ratio to the players are always wrong.
They have to intentionally miss one every once in a while so that people don't know that it's...
Yeah, exactly. Come on, put the fix in. Come on, baseball. So we'll see. This is, this is what we want, right? Terry Lavello, I'm watching some Arizona broadcast because for whatever reason, with the MLB package, the Arizona games are blacked out for me. But because of some other package that's included, I guess, Arizona games I get now locally, but I don't get the Giants. Maybe I didn't even try, but I didn't get the Giants feed. So I'm getting the Arizona feed, and they're talking to Terry Lavello, their manager, and, they do a little interviews pregame, and they basically told his team, hey, look, we're playing meaningful baseball. That's what I want. That's all you can really ask for. As fans, we want them to be, hey, we want them in it. But the coaches, players, they're not like, hey, we should be running away with this. They just want to have the games mean something. You don't want to be the Colorado Rockies, the Pittsburgh Pirates, or the Orioles this year. You don't want to be one of those teams where you're just playing out the string. So meaningful baseball means the games count, that you're not eliminated. The Giants games really, really count now. Now you're talking about watching the scoreboard. We knew the Mets had already lost tonight to the Phillies. It was pretty much a rout. Phillies beat the Mets 9-2. So Giants went into this game pretty much knowing that, hey, we can gain a game. Giants have gained 3 games now. They were 5 back just last week, right?
Yeah.
And they're now 2 back. 3 is, hey, I think it was Senior that was in here saying the Giants want to be 3 back with 12 to go. They're 3 back with 17 to go.
Yeah. And then tomorrow it's the opposite. The Giants play at 12:45, and then the Mets play at 3:45. So maybe the Giants could have a win in the book by the time the Mets throw that first pitch and put the pressure on them a little bit, because they'll be watching the scoreboard too.
Yes. So that is going to be something to behold. Yeah. So it should be pretty darn exciting to see how that goes. And Giants, Dallas are, what are they, 14? What's their record? 14-3 or 13-3 in their last, I think they were 11 of 12, then they lost 2, 11 of 14. So they are 13 of 16 in their last 16. 13-3.
Not too shabby.
13-3. It looks like, unless they completely fall apart, they're going to be an over 500 team, which is where I predicted. I kind of redid it a few weeks ago and thought they're going to end up with 76 wins. I mean, didn't they look like, everybody was saying it looks like they're going to finish with 75 to 78 wins. That was 78
if they
was
continued playing like that, they certainly would have.
Yeah. Someone says, Dan, while you're hold on, let me see.
As bad as they were playing before, they're playing that good now. The opposite side of the spectrum. It's just a matter of, can they prolong that good streak as long as the bad streak lasted? You want to get as much mileage
what were they?
as possible.
What did they go? 9-23?
Yes, I believe that's what I counted the other night.
So that's 32 games. They're 13-3. That's 16 games. Right? 17 more to go makes 33. And they played 9-23, 32. So if they go 20, if they play 33 games and go 24-9 instead of 29-23.
Yeah, that'd be the opposite of
that'd be the exact opposite. 24, and they've won how many? Have we said 13? So that would be 11 more wins. That probably won't be enough. They're going to have to do a little better. 11 wins would be enough if the Mets only win 7.
Probably not going to happen.
Yeah. But they've got 11-6, and they're 74 wins. That would put them at 85. Man, I'd love it if they got to 86 and that was enough. I'd feel like crud if they get to 86 wins and they fall a game short, and I said they would get to 86 and not make the playoffs. They'll fall just short is what I said. Ugh.
Yeah, but at least you'll be right.
Yeah, I'd rather be wrong. I'd rather be wrong in this situation. I'd kind of like to see some playoff baseball. It's been one time since 2016. I mean, we're talking 10 seasons once. 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25. Well, I guess that's 9, but 16 you count one. Well, that's twice in 10 years.
I still zoom in, micro and say Giants need to win tomorrow, and then if the Mets can lose, they'll be 2 back.
Yeah.
2 back feels pretty good. Even better than 3.
2 back feels pretty good because the pressure's all on the Mets.
Yeah, and they have a tough schedule. The Giants' schedule is not easy because they have 7 games with the Dodgers, but you got to figure they're going to play competitive games with them. Otherwise, what are you doing? Why are you even here?
What you kind of hope right now is the Giants win tomorrow, knock Arizona further back, and then Arizona goes to Minnesota, and you hope they get swept in Minnesota and they come back to play the Giants and they're just kind of like defeated. Like, okay, we're out of it. We're not playing meaningful games anymore. You want the Diamondbacks thinking about Cancun, Yeah.
Yeah.
You don't want to lose tomorrow and then the Diamondbacks go into Minnesota and and play well there and then come home and they have the momentum and the Giants are facing the Diamondbacks and it's like the Diamondbacks are fighting for a possible spot.
But even if you lose to the Diamondbacks tomorrow, then they're going to come back in a couple of days and feel like, okay, we could beat this team. But if you beat them tomorrow with some no-name pitching, then the Diamondbacks are going to be like, shit, we can't beat these guys. They'll be a little more defeated. So I think tomorrow's an important game just to set the tone with the Diamondbacks and say, hey, we own you now.
Yeah. A lot of hope there, Dan. Yeah, there's hope right now. Sully, Cancun in October is tornado season. You want them thinking about Cabo. Okay. All right. Yeah, that's right. Cancun is, what is that, the NBA? Or is it the NFL? One of them, I think it's the NBA, like 1, 2, 3 Cancun.
That's when you get good deals, though. It's just a gamble.
Beto says Mets still have 2 games against the Phillies. The Giants could be 1 game away in the series against the Dodgers. They could be a half a game. They could be, let's see, or I should say, if they game tomorrow, they would be 2 out virtually. 2 out. And if the Mets got swept Thursday, they'd be a game and a half behind the Mets. Game and a half. That would be something. Because you think about it, the Phillies are playing to try to catch the Brewers for the number 1 record. You want that home playoffs throughout, especially, playoffs is like crazy. The difference between a playoff game and a game in July or even May or June is like night and day. It's like
completely different.
It's just
plus that game 7, having that game 7 at home is huge.
Yep. Which makes 2014 World Series all the more special that the Giants were able to win game 7. Man. What's amazing about baseball, Dallas, is every pitch you're on the edge of your seat and your heart is, about ready to jump out of your chest. Because think about 2014, Mad Bum on the mound, runners on third base. A walk-off homer, you lose the game. And any pitch can be a home run, right? We've seen that. So in the playoffs, it's like You are so nervous for every pitch. That's why I want to get in the playoffs. It's so different. I mean, even tonight, I'm watching the game and I've got other things I'm doing and I'm watching the game. I'm not that tense. I really didn't feel like the Giants were in danger of losing tonight for some reason. I just kind of felt like they were going to win that game, but if that was a playoff game and it was 4-2 and the Diamondbacks had runners on second and third with one out, I think they did that one inning, I would have been super nervous. But
sure.
You just, playoff baseball, every pitch, it's like, it's unless the game's out of hand, right? Unless it's like, what was it? Game 6 and Kansas City won something like 10-0 or whatever it was. I mean, Game 5 and Game 6 in that World Series were laughers for both teams. Giants won big, then the Royals won big. And at that point, you're just looking for the next game. But this is going to be a fun 2.5 weeks. We got 2.5 weeks to go.
Yep.
17 games, 19 days. 17 games in the next 19 days, and the season is either going to continue or it's over.
That's right.
And I did say that the Giants would win 86 and not be eliminated. If I said they won't make the playoffs, but they will not get eliminated until the very last week. They're going to play meaningful baseball games the last week. It looks like the way it's heading, it's going to go down to the last weekend.
You're just a Nostradamus, Dan.
I want to be wrong. Let me reverse the curse. Everybody, I'm going to reverse the curse. The Giants are going to win 86 games, but they're going to make the playoffs. No, maybe they win 87. That would be nice. Then it was like, I was just 87. 87. Yeah. I think 86, Giants win 86 or 87. They've got a really good shot. 12-5, 13-4. It's going to be tough, but here's how you do it. Just go out there and take one game at a time.
Win tomorrow.
Just win tomorrow. Win tomorrow. You play 9 innings. Go put your big boy pants on. Play fundamentally sound baseball. Don't
Carson
try.
Seymour strikeouts.
Yeah. Do not try to worry about anything but what you got in front of you. So
nope.
We shall see.
Put a muzzle on Gilbert and walk him out on a leash.
Yeah. The one thing, are the Giants possibly the Detroit Tigers who sold last year at the deadline and made the playoffs? The Giants sold this year, but they didn't technically sell off completely. They did get Budo back and Gilbert for Tyler Rogers. Plus, they got the other guy, Slade, whatever his name. I can't.
Yeah.
I can't believe it's made that trade.
Yeah, I mean, bullpen helps support. Imagine what right now that the bullpen is a big issue. It's a little dicey every single night.
Yeah,
you know, if they still had. I mean, Rogers, Duvall. You know, he's hit or miss. He could have been blowing games for us at some point. So you don't know what you're going to get with him. But it would be nice to still have Rogers. But they did get quite a haul for him in returns. You know,
well, Budo's not
especially
bad
for a guy. Budo's he's okay. He's a serviceable reliever. So I have no problem with him. But yeah, you're right. They did sell, but they weakened their bullpen a little bit. They got rid of one guy that potentially is very good on any given night. excellent, but you just don't know which Doval's going to show up. The guy that pitches lights out and it's mows him down, or the guy that loses track of the pitch clock and throws wild pitches and can't hold runners on, and it gets messy with him too. So, and we have seen how it's gone in New York. So I don't know. It really, and you can't blame Posey at that point in time. The team was lost. They were in a terrible, terrible, deep funk, and he would have been crazy not to sell at that point. And now they've turned it around much to everyone's surprise.
Yeah.
So
Alex,
see if they can keep this going.
Yeah. Alex says, Dan, you said season was over. Yes, we talked about that. If you just joined, Alex, we've already talked about that. Said, certainly did. And I wasn't the only one. The Giants were 9-23, the worst team in baseball, the second half.
Posey effectively said the season is over.
Yeah.
He didn't come out and say it in the press. He said, we're still got a chance and we're going to give everybody a chance here. And, but by selling that, by trading two of the back end relievers, that is sending a message like, okay, we're going to go a different direction. And just by luck, but through whatever circumstances, the drop in pressure, not having to grind so much, and then Devers getting hot, Adames getting hot, Lee coming back to life after spending months on ice. A lot of things are hitting at the same time, and they've been able to generate some momentum. But a couple weeks ago, nobody would have seen this coming. I didn't.
I didn't either. I mean, who thought they would hit?
Rothberg might have.
Yeah. Robert Rothberg may be the hero of all this. Yeah. Who thought they would hit home runs in 18 straight games and then go 2 games with no homers, and then the next 2 games hit a combined 7 homers?
Yeah. Or 5 last night. That's 5 is the maximum any Giants team has hit in that park in a single game.
Yeah. I don't know what's going on with this power surge. It's crazy. They stopped striking out. Like, let me see what they struck out tonight. I don't recall a ton of
and you could say the weather or whatever, but then there's home runs like Ramos hit. There's some bombs that have been hit that are out in any park, no doubters, the ones that are halfway up the bleachers at Oracle, that's a home run anywhere.
Why am I not getting the K rate on the ESPN box score? I'll have to look at the other box score here. Giants struck out tonight 5 times. That's it. 5. 5 times. I mean,
and runners in scoring position.
No Ks for
2
Chapman.
for 2.
Yeah. No Ks for
100%.
Chapman. No Ks for Chapman. Only 1 for Ramos and 1 for Bailey and 3 for Devers.
Yeah.
That's it.
I mean, between Chapman and Bailey, usually that's like 6 strikeouts right there.
Yeah. And then Jung-Hoo Lee's hitting. He's hitting 271. Chapman's got his average up to 242, 1 point above his lifetime batting average. So hopefully Chapman can keep it hot. My concern is he's kind of this 2-week, maybe 3 weeks hot, and then he just where'd he go?
He can keep it going because Devers has cooled off a little bit. He'll need to step it back up again, and then Adames is showing that he's still on right now, and 2 to go.
28, right? 28.
28.
Wow. If Willie Adames, I missed out on him. I thought he'd hit. I had him pegged at 24 this year, and I had him pegged at 85 to 90 RBIs. Where's he at right now?
90.
Is he not at? No way. He's at 90?
Let's double check that. Let's fact check that. Maybe it's 80.
Let me look. Let me go to the Giants here. leaders.
It's either 80 or 90.
If he has 90, I can't
it's
imagine.
80. It's 80.
Okay.
I was projecting in my mind, what he could possibly get or whatever.
Okay.
George
says 81. Does he have 81?
Did he hit 3 tonight?
Yeah, 3 homers, a 3-run homer.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Correct. Yeah. 81.
All right. So I'm going to be right on the RBIs. I said 85 to 90. He might even go over the 90 at this pace. 17 games, he's hot. So his batting
he has really outpaced it because he started out the season. He was nowhere on pace for that. He was on pace to get to 70 or something. And then he's really turned it around.
He's hitting 230, right? Isn't he like a 230 something lifetime hitter? I'm going to pull it up here and see what Willie's career batting average is. I want to say it's like it's 245 career. Okay. 245. So yeah, he's got 81 RBIs.
I don't think he gets to 245.
I don't think so.
We are going to be in really good shape.
If he gets to 245 and over 90 RBIs, I think the Giants make the playoffs because dang. That would be sweet. Ben Bamboo,
a lot of guys are playing well. Bailey and Lee were just black holes at the bottom of that lineup for a long time.
Yeah,
now they're both
exactly.
coming through.
Yeah, Ben was he's 3,100 guy. He has been that, at least with the Brewers. And you said he'd get 25-80 here. I said 24, 85, 90 is what I didn't think he'd get 25. I really didn't think he'd get that close to 30 here. But now we know you've got 3 guys on the club that are definitely 25 plus homer guys, and maybe all 3 are 30 plus. Devers is a 30 plus. It looks like Adames will make that, and then Chapman kind of lingers near that. Not this year because he missed time, but he's a 27 home run guy. Yeah, he's a 25. Plus. I think he's a 25 guy. I think Schmidt playing a full year is about a 20 home run guy.
Yeah.
I think Ramos is a 20 home run guy.
He could be a 25 guy too.
He could. Ramos,
he's still finding himself.
Developing. Yeah, Ramos, once he really hones some of those things down. Last night's shot was a bullet. Chardall will be out there tomorrow. Aaron says, bring the sweep tomorrow. Chardall, bring your broom to the game. 23 homers since June? That's ridiculous. He was awful in April and May. Wow. Yeah. It's good to see him find himself. He's a good guy.
Everyone said that. He's a slow starter. He gets off to a slow start. He's a second half guy. That was the line everyone said, and everyone was right.
Oh, that's right, Aaron. I wonder when he takes his suspension game.
Oh, did they decide on the appeal? That was supposed to come out today. Or is that tomorrow?
I'm not sure. Find out. But if he takes his suspension game, I'll tell you when I would take it. Would you take it like tomorrow after
Thursday.
A night game? Would you take it like tomorrow after a night game? Or would you take it in the middle of a 13-game stretch with no days off? Like at home
Chapman told the Chronicle Thursday they're going to make a decision.
Oh, Thursday? Well, I don't know. Do you think he deserves a game since he got tossed? And he just...
I don't think so. He didn't even have it at bat or play the field in that game. He basically had a full game suspension already.
Right. Yeah. Yeah.
So Thursday, what's the Giants' schedule here?
They're off this Thursday.
So Friday's game against the Dodgers, he may be suspended for, unless he elects to serve a suspension tomorrow.
I would take it tomorrow. Seriously, it's a day game after a night game. And you don't want to be missing a game against the Dodgers.
True.
Because if they make the decision, it's automatic.
Yeah, it happens immediately. So
you can't pick and choose it.
No.
Well, why don't they make the decision? Like, why wait till Thursday? They should make the decision like by tomorrow in the daytime, like before the game.
Well, that's when the hearing is scheduled. It's like a court.
Oh, there's a hearing Thursday.
Yeah.
So he can choose to take the day and say, "I'm going to."
He wants to concede and take his medicine, and he can serve it tomorrow, or like he can drop his appeal and serve the suspension tomorrow, or the hearing will happen on Thursday. In which case, if he loses the appeal, then he'll serve his suspension on Friday, or if he wins it, he's good. So it depends on how confident he thinks he can be, and I'm sure that the players' union have lawyers and stuff that give you some odds on what his chances are.
Yeah, depending on what that goes. George says he has a hearing Thursday. A decision will be made, and he would have to serve it on Friday. That would suck. Yeah.
But Casey could play third, and he has been pretty good against the Dodgers.
Right. But
he'll be second anyway, so
you got to go with Koss at second.
Yeah, I would prefer to have Chapman. You know, he's been when he's on a hot streak, you want him in there.
Yeah. I'd almost, you know what? You got an off day Thursday. Enjoy it. I'd almost say, I'm just going to drop my appeal. I'm going to take Wednesday off. It's a day game after a night game. It was wet and rainy. It's kind of cold, damp. I'm going to get my soft tissue muscles. I'm going to get a little rest, and I'm going to go into this series on Friday ready to rock and roll. Behind me, I'll take Thursday. I don't have to go to no stupid hearing. I don't know if he does anyway. Probably
I don't think
not.
He has to go to it.
Probably not. It's probably just his attorneys or whatever, or whoever represents it. But so I don't know. I mean, the other idea is the other thought is you just take your chances and you stick with your belief that you shouldn't have a suspension when you already missed the game because you were tossed out. You never, like you said, he was in the on deck circle basically, or whatever it was, and never got in the bat, never played the field, you know. So we'll see. We'll see how this goes. All right. Yep. Give me your players of the game, Dallas. 3 players of the game for tonight.
3 players of the game. Well, I'll save that guy for number 1.
Who's that guy?
I'll tell you at the end.
Okay. I have a feeling.
I'm going to go with my number. Let's see here. I'm going to go Patrick Bailey, number 3.
Okay.
I think he hit the home run, but also he played a good game behind the plate. He caught a lot of balls that were potentially wild pitches that he was able to get a glove on. So I like Bailey there. Number 2 guy, I'm going with Peguero. In inning in 2/3, 2 Ks, and he was dominant. You know, I feel really good with him in there. He just throws with so much power, and he's just kind of coming into his own right now. And he's an older guy. He just hasn't. This is his first real shot.
Yeah,
he's gotten in the big leagues, and he's making the most of it. So it's good to see him, and he pitched well. And then number 1, I will go with Adames with the number 28 and the 3 RBIs, getting them on the board, and that was the hit of the game. I
agree there. So good picks. Maybe I'll go a different route since you took Adames. I had him at my top pick too, but I will do a little bit different. I will go. There wasn't a lot of action tonight. Really wasn't. It was pretty much the first inning, and that was it. Maybe I should give Doug Eddings the number 3 star for allowing the rally in the first inning.
On the radio when that happened, he was mic'd up, kind of. The mic they have in the back of the infield picked up what Eddings was saying. And he was yelling at Gallen saying, "Don't you shake your head at me. Do not shake your head at me. I don't want to see you shake your head at me." And
really?
So, yeah, I don't know if there's any way to get that on the midnight replay or anything. You have to stay
that's
up
awesome.
late. But
because Ray was giving Ray the stank eye too, because Ray had those.
He wasn't
pitches.
having it with Gallen at the end there.
Oh, that's crazy. I'll have to see if I can listen to that somewhere. All right, I'm going to go backwards. I'll take see if I can come up with 3 different guys. How's that? I am going to go Robbie Ray, number 3, for gutting it out.
Gutting it out
To get to 5 innings. He was missing high again on arm side. He was going high, and the ball was wet. It's tough to pitch when it's damp. You hate pitching when it's raining and damp. You can handle, it's just not good. So I'm going to go Robbie Ray 3. Joey Lucchesi. How about that? 2.
Mm-hmm.
He came in the 8th inning and got the 1, 2, 3. Well, he gave up a hit, but only threw 11 pitches, 8 of them strikes, and gets a hold. His number 5 hold, keeps coming out and doing a pretty good job in that bullpen. Yeah. The Giants turned foot. They had no lefties but Eric Miller to start the season, and now they've got 2 lefties in Gage and Lucchesi.
Yeah,
and Gage is he didn't have the greatest game tonight, but not horrible. But he gave up a run, but he's been pretty good for the Giants recently. So I'm going to go Lucchesi, and to keep it with the pitching, I'm going number 1 because he was so bad Saturday, and he looked like he was going to repeat himself again tonight with a leadoff single, settles down, and gets in an all-important save, Ryan Walker. Now, I would have named Bailey and Adames too, but you already had them. So just to give a little different twist to the players of the game, we're going to go Ray, Lucchesi, and Walker. They kind of kept it.
That's a gift, Walker. You know, you can't give up a hit and walk a guy and expect to get out of it. So
wait a minute,
you got by this time.
He didn't walk a guy, did he?
Didn't he? Yeah, he did. He walked the next guy. There was 2 on.
Wait a minute. Oh, that's right. And then they bunted. Well, maybe I should take that back. I forgot about the walk. I'm looking at the stat sheet. I didn't see a base on ball. Cancel. I have the right to cancel. Ryan Walker, you have been revoked. You have been revoked of your award for the star of the game. You cannot give up a hit and walk. You're exactly right. I was looking at you have been revoked, Ryan Walker. You are going to have to pitch perfectly to get a star on NorCal Sports Network. So in that case, who can I go with? You know what? Let's give a star who we've never given a star to tonight. Let's go outside the box, and let's give it to Bob Melvin for actually having guys ready to go in the bullpen tonight. He had guys warming up with Ray in the 5th, and he was not going to leave him out there too long, it looked like. If he's got another guy on, he was just going to pull him. And so I'm going to give Bob Melvin a star tonight. We've criticized him we'll give him a star
Good call.
for the game tonight.
Because when Walker was giving up, got guys on and he was in trouble, he had a guy warming up then. I don't know who was out there, but yeah, he wasn't messing around.
Yeah, I wait a minute. I get the Alex says I get the Giovanni Award for not paying attention. Give it to Dan for not paying. I got the Giovanni Award tonight. How is that? Oh, that's brutal. To get the Giovanni Award for not paying attention to the ninth inning. That might have been when I was doing some other things too. I had some texting going on, and then I look up and there's that bunt, and they throw out who is that? Carroll? No, McCarthy at third base by like 40 feet because he had to wait and see if it was going to get caught by Smith.
Yeah, good play by Smith.
Yes. Hey, let me tell you, I came this close to giving Smith a star, even though he didn't get a hit tonight. That play at first base on that throw from pitcher, and he got out and then got the wherewithal to put his foot down quickly, and then that, like you said, to come in and look like you were going to catch it and then let it drop.
Yep.
And got the faster runner off the bases. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think he could have caught it anyway, but he made it close. So
good picks.
Ryan Walker was revoked. It was not official. It was not, the official seal had not been stamped on the award, and the county clerk said no. Ryan Walker is not getting the star of the game.
So he didn't win his appeal, but we'll see if Chapman does.
Dan gets the Giovanni Award tonight. Yes. Give Dan the Giovanni Award. All right. I got it. And I think we've about wrapped ourselves up, Dallas. We are out of here.
That's it.
We'll be back tomorrow night, 8:00. Should be an 8:00 serving tomorrow. Giants start 12:45. I think the game
should be over.
Should be over. It might be close, but it should be over. We should have results before 8:00. Polls will close at 8:00, and we will be here tomorrow night for a wrap up of the series. Giants. Let's keep it going, Giants, Alex says. Yes. Christopher says, let's win, Giants. Lou was at the ball game tonight on company business, I think. So, and let's go Phillies, right? Are we chanting let's go Phillies? Just don't let Karen into the stadium. Don't let Karen, the Phillies fan, in there. Everybody saw Karen steal the ball, right?
Yep.
So, fun night. Giants win it 5-3. They move to 74 and 71. Diamondbacks fall to 72 and 74. So the Giants have a 2.5 game lead there. Got to keep pulling away from the Diamondbacks, so the Diamondbacks don't think they're playing meaningful ball games against the Giants next week. Giants got to have tomorrow. So let's have Dallas take us out tonight. Take us out.
All right. Thanks for watching, everybody. Go Giants. See you tomorrow.
One more time. Give me another goodbye.
Goodbye.
How about the bye-bye baby? Let's go out with the bye-bye baby.
When the Giants come to town, it's bye-bye baby. Every time the chips are down, it's bye-bye baby.
Goodbye.
History's in the making at Candlestick Park. Cheer for the batter and light the spark. If you're a fan of Giants baseball, sing bye-bye baby. If you want to be in first place, call bye-bye baby. Listen to the broadcasts on KSFO.
Goodbye.
Turn up the volume and hear 'em go with the San Francisco Giants. It's bye-bye baby.
Good night, everybody. Go Giants for the sweep.